Okay, so it says find an equation for the line that passes through the point 3, 4 and is parallel to the line according to this equation here. And it says use exact values. Okay, how do we do it? Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to refer you to the notes, right? So here they are, the exam 2 notes. I updated these, and so you can get them there. I think I sent them to you by email, but they're also in the Canvas course shell right at the top of the Unit 2 module, right? Does everybody know where those are? Right at the top. Is that worth maybe a second of our time? I feel like I do sometimes too much of this monkey business. Wait, there's some of my emails. All right, so I'm gonna have to get into our class real quick here. Let me get into our class if I can do it real quick. Okay, so here it is. You're seeing the Canvas course shell, right? This is what it looks like when you first come into our course. Over here's the stuff that's due, you know. If you roll it, here's the first module, course information. Roll down, here's the next module, Unit 1. We're done with that. See, right at the top of Unit 1 is Exam 1 notes. That's over now. Roll on down. Unit 2, there it is. Exam 2 notes right at the top of the Unit 2 module. Okay, so that's enough with that. Get back out of that. Put that down there. And switch back. Wait, switch back to my iPad. Here we go. Okay, so that's where they are. They'll help you. I typed up a bunch of stuff for you over the weekend to help with the exam number 2, these sections we're in right now. So yeah, so getting right back to it. So here's the exam 2 notes. And so if you go down, we're trying to find a linear equation. There it is right there. There's the one we're doing right now. Finding a linear equation with a parallel line. So let's go back to it. Put it right here for you. There we go. Okay, so finding a linear equation with a parallel line. How do you do it? So this is from the notes. Find the equation of the line. First, step 1, find the slope by solving for y. And the slope is the fraction next to x. So that's step number 1. Let's do it. Step number 1, find the slope by solving for y. Slope is the fraction next to x after y is alone. Does that make sense? The slope will be the fraction next to x. Remember, y equals mx plus b, right? When y is alone, then what's next to x is the slope. That's the meaning of that general form of the equation, y equals mx plus b. That is, if you get y alone, then the m, the thing next to x, will be the slope. So we got to find the slope. Let's do it. So let's take the equation they gave us right here. Bring it on down. We go minus 7x plus 4y equals minus 7. And we're going to solve for y. Right? Solve for y. So how do we get y here? We're going to need to add 7x to both sides, like so. And so we get 4y is correct. Is 7x minus 7. And then divide by 4. Divide through by 4, like that. Boom. So y equals 7/4 x minus 7/4. Okay, so this is the slope right there. So we've got it. The slope equals 7/4. So when you get y alone, when y is alone, the slope is the fraction next to x, because that's y equals mx plus b. That's what it means, that y equals mx plus b is the general form of a linear equation. Get y alone, the m will be next to x, the slope will be next to x. Okay, now you might think, if you're thinking carefully, you might think, wait, hold on, Mr. Heron, that's not our line. Right, you're right. Actually, technically, this equation is a different line. This is a different line. It's not our line. It's not the line we're looking for. How about that? It's not the line we are looking for. Right? It's a different line equation. It's not the line equation we are looking for. But it is parallel. It is parallel. Yeah, page here. It is parallel to our line. Oops. So that means same slope, right? Parallel lines have the same slope. You aware of that? So it is our slope. So coming down here, the slope for our line is the same as the slope for that other line. I might be completely losing you. You might say, what are you talking about, sir? Well, there's two things going on here. Do you realize that? Well, read the question carefully. You'll see it. What does it say? Let's read it carefully. I want you to see this. Find an equation for a line that goes through this point. So we're looking for some line that goes through the point 3, 4, and it's parallel to the line. So this is a different line, right? Ours is just parallel to that one, you see. So we're looking for the equation of a line that goes through the point 3, 4 and is parallel to this other line equation. So this is not our line's equation. Ours is just parallel to that one. So when I took this one and I got y alone, and I found the slope was 7/4 for this other line, then our line is parallel to that one. Parallel, you know what parallel means, right? Same direction, same slope, same steepness. Two parallel lines are going to have the same slope, same steepness, aren't they? So therefore, our line is got the same slope as that line. Okay, that's step number 1. So we did that. Step 2. What do we got next? Step 2. The slope of the other line, our line is parallel. Yeah, okay, that is step 2. Now use a different version of the slope formula, this is what we normally do now. Different version with the plane y and the plane x in the front. So I'll just call that. So this was basically step 2, saying, hey, our line's the same slope. So step 3, then you're going to use the slope equation. Remember the slope equation, but we're going to do it with a plane y in the front and a plane x in the front. The slope formula. Okay. How's that going to work now? So we got our slope. Pop that in. 7/4. And now what's our x1, y1? Well, they usually give you that somewhere. Yeah, right here. 3, 4. They gave us a point. So the point P is 3, 4. So that's your x1 and your y1. So pop that in right there and pop that in right there. So put in your x1, y1. Are we happy and good? Now, come on down. Step 4, cross multiply. Distribute through the parentheses. So step 4. Cross multiply. So I'm going to do it diagonal, diagonal. We good there? Diagonal, diagonal, cross multiply. Distribute. Distribute. Like so. All right. And then step 5, come on down, solve for y. So I'm going to finish getting y alone. So to do that, I'm just going to add 16. Here's the wall of separation. So add 16 to both sides. 4y is 7x minus 5. I'll bring it down here. 4y is 7x minus 5, right? And then divide through by 4. Get y alone. Boom. Y is 7/4 x minus 5/4. Got it. There's the equation. We have got it. So yeah, so that's it. So just type that in. And that's the equation for that problem. So there we go. So there's the steps. So running over it again, step 1, take the equation they gave you, get y alone, then the slope is next to x. Our slope's the same because our line's parallel to that one. So take the slope for that equation. See how this is a different equation than the final equation we ended up with? They're similar. They have the same slope in the front, but a different number in the back, don't they? Minus 5/4 instead of minus 7/4.
Mr. Heron?
Yes, question.
And could you say y equals 7x minus 5 all over 4? Because that's the same thing, right? Or no?
Yes, good point. Yeah, since they have the same denominator, you could put it like that, and that's exactly the same as well. You're right.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so we just found our slope. We just got y. We got y alone, found the slope. Then we plugged into this right here, which is the slope formula, the plane y and the plane x in the front. Put the slope over here, plug in the point they gave us, the x value, the y value, cross multiply, solve for y. There we go.